Sarah No Name.
Half-assed news.
They just did this big study, and they found out why, I have no idea, but the fact that this story is national news is just shocking. Viagra helps jet-lagged hamsters. That's right. Which, it's one, jet lag, I guess, apparently is that big of an issue that there have to be scientists in labs
studying it,
giving hamsters Viagra. Can you imagine sitting in a lab and having like a bunch of hamsters around with permaboner? Like, just how disturbing that would be.
How do they even know a hamster suffers jet lag?
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like they have a schedule to keep and can't just fall asleep whenever they want.
How do they tell it has a boner?
But my point is, what's really going on here? I mean, I know Pfizer makes the Viagra and they make tons of money. Do they have that much money where they're like, dude, I got an idea, bro? Like, I just picture like the Pfizer board. They're sitting on big piles of money, a table made of $1,000 bills, and they're like, I got an idea. Let's see if the Viagra Pfizer drug can, cure jet lag in hamsters. And they just laugh and say, let's throw a bunch of money and study that.
Don't you see what they're doing? They're creating a reason for people to buy Viagra who are too embarrassed to say that they got stiffy problems. They go,
I just picture these scientists, school, like literally, like, years in medical school, studying the effects of things on.
What am I going to do with my life?
And next thing you know, the guy's like, 40 years old, 3 kids, mortgage, car payment, and he's sitting around hamsters with boners all day, just like
delicious.
Thank God this is a white, smock. Oh, this is just this is horrible. What?
Turning hamsters over to check them out all day.
I know. Like, what? And that's the thing too. It's like,
my question is really, how do you know if a hamster is jet lagging? Like, why?
it looks tired.
Do they fly him around? Like, what do you do? Like, what
They
is
must.
this?
I thought you get jet lag because your time zones. I mean, the hamsters
time
wear watches.
I don't know.
Well,
do
no, and don't they just fall asleep whenever they f***ing well feel like it?
And the hot talk topic of the day, do hamsters have time zones?
Half-assed news.
This lady in Wisconsin, 47 years old. Apparently, a couple weeks ago, she found this squirrel on her windowsill, Sarah.
Half-assed news.
It looked very small and sick. So
she took it in.
She took the squirrel in. She took the squirrel and
a small, sick squirrel huddled on her windowsill.
started nursing the squirrel back to health and
Nursing it.
Yeah, give him a little dropper and put some food. I guess it was really, really weak, and he has a little shoebox for it, and got a little spool of yarn, a little candle holder and stuff, and a little matchbox for the squirrel to sleep in. A little cozy.
Is this a Tom and Jerry cartoon?
Yeah. So apparently, I guess the squirrel gets loose or whatever. It starts kind of freaking out. So it's starting to get its health back,
Oh, I see.
And so the lady goes to pick up the squirrel, and what does the squirrel do?
It bit her.
It bit her! It bit and scratched her! Which, normally it's like, oh, well, what do you expect? The scary thing is,
Oh, no.
on the very same day, tell me if these two stories are connected. Out of Denver, Sarah, this monkey died in the zoo of bubonic plague after eating a squirrel stricken with the disease.
Was the first story near this second story?
Not at all.
Oh.
But the fact is,
I believe they are connected.
I don't know if you're going to recall, Sarah, but a couple weeks back down in San Jose, a squirrel broke into an elementary school classroom.
That's true.
Began attacking people.
And they never caught that squirrel.
They never caught that squirrel.
That squirrel's off terror.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hell, when you're on a rabies binge.
Totally. The bubonic plague, people. We're talking about, I believe that was the one that, killed everybody. Like, bring out ye dead! Like, what's that even doing back in our population in the squirrels?
They can cure it now, though.
I don't think so, dude. Ask that
plague?
monkey. Ask the monkey if they could cure it.
Well, they didn't know the
monkey's
monkey
dead,
had
Sarah.
the plague.
You realize there's a dead monkey today because of the bubonic plague, and a woman got bit by a squirrel? What happens if that lady coughs on somebody? Maybe one of her grandkids. The grandkid goes to school, coughs on a bunch of other kids. And then we got a plague crisis on our hands, Sarah. And the squirrels, the evil squirrels, are the ones that are going to bring it. And look at this. Oh, look at the whale. How do we know that the whales aren't serving as a distraction while an army of squirrels is moving its way toward California? Oh, look at the whales. Look at the whales. And in the hills and in the fields, they're coming, they're creeping toward us. They're everywhere.
Do you believe that the entire animal kingdom is uniting against us? That maybe these hamsters are faking the jet lag help that they're getting from Viagra?
There you go.
They're about to band up against the scientists.
Let's get one.
Let's help good Linnea.
Totally. Pretty wild story out of Huntington, West Virginia. This dude, Michael Lusher. What a great name that is.
Mr. Lusher.
This is a
His family
total-
makes Lusher stones.
A total wild story. This is probably more a testimony to moonshine than anything else.
Oh,
This dude,
Dude, moonshine will cure anything.
yeah, even a bullet to the head.
dip your
man.
sock in it.
This dude got shot in the head and slept through it.
Oh,
Literally, like, wakes up and realizes his head is bleeding. Goes to the hospital, like, yeah, you have a bullet in your head, dude. Apparently, I guess while he was sleeping, someone unloaded a gun, ripped 5 bullets through his trailer. One of them striking him in his skull, and he doesn't even wake up. Like, that is a serious sleeper, dude. If there's a sleep Olympics, we got to get this dude on board. That is extreme sleeping. To get shot in the head, here, number one, just hear, someone, empty a gun into your trailer and not wake up. Have one strike you in the head and then just be like, wake up, you're all, oh, man. What's all this blood?
that's weird.
Huh.
Were they just shooting his trailer for fun?
Probably.
And that happens.
Isn't that what you
No,
do
it
in
is.
West Virginia?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just go shoot something up.
Yeah.
That's the power of West Virginia.
You can't,
That is the power of West
you
Virginia.
can't keep a good man down, Sarah. Bullets in the head, whatever.
Good thing the squirrels didn't wriggle in through them bullet holes.
No doubt.
Lap up his blood.
Maybe it was the squirrels.
Maybe it
Drive
was.
by. Who knows?
Drive-by squirreling. Coming up.
And it kind of becomes this kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's all about sucking and you sucking. And it just sucks.